Welcome to the Motor City. This is Comerica Park. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next.
From your Detroit Tigers.
Just about set to go now. Pitching in our game today, Jack Flaherty. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. You look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Ian Happ leading things off and takes a strike. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Here's Kyle Tucker. And that's in the dirt. Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Tucker hits for power. He's got 30 homer power, but the strikeout rate is under 20%. Foul ball there. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
2-2 now.
Just off the outside edge.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Seiya Suzuki at the plate now. That's ball 1. And he chases a high fastball there.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Stays alive. Two outs, base is empty.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Next pitch misses way outside.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Got him swinging, and he strikes out the side in the first. Cubs are down quietly. The Tigers coming up, no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Comerica Park, and on the mound now, Jameson Taillon.
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win. And really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Parker Meadows. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Curve
1
in the
ball,
dirt.
2 strikes.
This one in the air. Swanson hauls it in, and there's one away. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. Singy, the numbers tell us this is an offense designed to swing it. They're not going to force a ton of action on the bases, and so obviously that is one of the focal points that we'll look at.
And you look at the quality of the at-bats because of the fact that the legs aren't a part of this game. They have to be very selective. Look for long pitch counts, grinding out at bats, and really barrels to the baseball because it's a lot easier to jog around the bases than for these players to sprint.
Slice down the right side. That one finds the zone, and that is strike two.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Out to short, Swanson fires across the diamond, and Gleyber Torres retired.
Batting third, designated hitter, Kerry Carpenter.
Now it's the DH, Kerry Carpenter. Ball one, no strikes. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two outs. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Crow Armstrong should have it. He makes the grab, and that's the inning. Scoreless after one. Back here in Detroit, and now it's Dansby Swanson. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Here's a high fly ball out to center. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, center fielder
Pete Crow Armstrong will hit next. And Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. High fly ball down the left field line. And that's a foul ball. Flaherty, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. One down, base is empty. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw to first in time.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Nico Horner in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Second inning here, no score. And it's fouled away. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch, execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
That's in there. And the count now even up. Slice to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Now to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back. Here's Riley Green.
For the Tigers, left fielder, Riley Green.
Tayo back to work. Just missed. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
In the air, center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. And there's one away. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
That one well upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sets him down on strikes. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And now it's going to be Wenzel Perez. Hauls it in to end the inning. So they go quietly there. We played 2 full. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, here we go, top of the third, scoreless game. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. Two of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Just missed. And now 2-1.
2-1.
Just missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And that's outside. It is ball 4, and he's on base. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Third baseman, Matt Shaw.
Matt Shaw getting ready to hit. In there, and it's 0-1. Shaw measures 5 feet 10 inches in the 8th spot in today's lineup. A former first-round pick in 2023. Busch gets his lead at first with nobody out. Struck him out. He says, I don't care about draft rounds. Take a seat.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
The batter now is Reese McGuire. That's in there. 0-1.
0-1.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into left field. Green hurries it back in. Runner puts on the brakes at second. So it's 1st and 2nd with 2 out.
Now batting.
1st and 2nd, 2
Tucker.
outs. So here's Kyle Tucker now. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
0-1's the count.
First and 2nd, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that's downstairs. And now it's even 1-1. And there's a ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Outside, and the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
2 on, 2 outs. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Oh, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
Suzuki swings through it for strike 1.
0-1.
The 0-1. Next offering popped in the air, right field, and that's the 3rd out. Cubs wind up leaving the bases loaded, and we're still knotted at 0. Back at Comerica Park. Now the third baseman, Zach McKinstry.
Zach McKinstry.
First pitch misses. Just off the outside edge. There's a strike. That one the other way and makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 8th, catcher Jake Rogers.
Jake Rogers now at the plate. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Swinging a foul straight back. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
That one finds the corner. 0-2.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Got him. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. 9 straight retired here to start the game. No score. Back here in Detroit, John Shelby with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Dansby Swanson. Check swing called strike. Strike 1.
You know, these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The shortstop takes the ball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And that is cut on and missed. That's strike 2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. In the air, left field, Green. Sizing this one up. And that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Nico Horner.
So here's Horner now. He's 0 for 1. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Swings and misses. 0-1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That one ripped right center field. And that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
So runner at second, 2 down. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. Walked his first time. That's outside, and that's ball 1. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss.
Ball 2.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
That one at 95 missed up top. 3-0. Matt Shaw in the on deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to, he's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Here's the third baseman, Matt Shaw. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that one fouled off. Horner, the lead runner at second. Busch on at first with 2 down. And a breaking ball misses outside. In the air out towards right center. Meadows on the move. Squeezes it. And that's the 3rd out. Cubs strand a couple. Still no score. And we're back. Bottom 4th. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Parker Meadows. First pitch just misses. Just missed. Next offering way off the plate. And there's the automatic. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now batting.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Hard on the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Kerry Carpenter.
Next to the plate is the Tigers DH, Kerry Carpenter. First pitch, and he just misses. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the Tigers, left
2 outs, runner at first. Riley Green, the next to hit. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Shaw. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. 1 left for Detroit, and we are still scoreless. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's Reese McGuire.
Reese McGuire.
Flaherty back to work. There's the strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Fastball for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
That one in the dirt, and the count is 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Lifted in the air down the left side. A little bloop single. And that turns the lineup over.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher. But you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
So the lineup flips over. Runner takes off and fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And here's the DH for the Cubs, Kyle Tucker. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Next offering upstairs. Now fly ball to right center. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Seiya Suzuki, the next come to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. And that one fouled off. McGuire, the lead runner, out at second. Suzuki at first, 2 out of the inning. Fought off foul. Dansby will head back to the dugout after the carry.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now here is Spencer Torkelson. Fouled off down the right side.
Well, these Tigers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Line drive, base hit. Solo runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Tigers.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Wenzel Perez up now for the Tigers. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball.
Ball 2.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
To first, maybe a 2-ball. Feed to second, that's 1. On to first, double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So up next, Zach McKinstry. 0 for 1 so far. Just missed.
Damn.
The 1-0. And a swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Off the mark there. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls.
All
1
tied
strike.
up. Last half of inning number 5. Fouled off left side. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Tigers are shut down there. 6th inning coming up. Still nothing on the scoreboard. Back at Comerica Park. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. And he beats it. He's safe.
It's good hustle. And when you're talking about an emerging leader on a team, those are the things that are going to be necessary for him to do to set that example, you know, game in, game out.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. 1 for 2. There's a strike. Runner on the move. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Missed with a changeup. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Jack Flaherty is done, and that was a start he can feel pretty good about. Tie ball game, and new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching
Sawyer Gibson Long gets handed the rock out of the pen. 66. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. And next for the Cubs, Michael Busch.
You have to find a way to score the runner from third, especially with less than 2 outs. Wait for the pitch you want and hit it as hard as you can.
And the first offering is not close.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
Late on that fastball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
That one is absolutely belted. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
1 out, runner at second. Now the third baseman, Matt Shaw. And a foul ball. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that's fouled off. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
One ball.
In the dirt. Bush over at second, one down. That one way outside, and it's 2-2. Way high. That one down the line, and foul ball. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Meadows pulls it down, and there's two gone.
Now batting, catcher, Reese McGuire.
Now the Cubs catcher, Reese McGuire. He's been a great free agent sign.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run, and the number 9 guy at the plate. And that is out of play. Man on second, 2 down. In the air, left field, down the line, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Man at second. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Detroit, bottom of the 6th. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Jake Rogers. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. He's got it, and there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And there's the strike. Sweeney, 24 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. One down, base is empty. That missed by a lot. Going to count 1-2. And misses inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And down on strikes he goes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
2 strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate. When you're looking out over the plate, you're also going to let the ball travel a little bit longer. And a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
Meadows stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Fights it off. He'll see another. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Tigers fail to make any noise. They trail here 1-0. Johnny Brebbia into the game.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
John Brebbia.
So back to the top of the order. Ian Happ up to hit.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Happ lays off. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Bo Brisky getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Holton also getting ready. And that one is inside. That's too low. And that's ball 3. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted at first base with a quick free pass.
And up next for Chicago, Kyle Tucker. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. That clips the zone. That's strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. Started after it. Appeal to third. No swing. Gary Simmons with the call. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Happ on at first. Nobody out. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Throw to first. Happ back in on a dive. That misses the zone, and a full count now.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day 1.
And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki, 1 for 3. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
That one in there across the letters.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And he chases that one. And that is a big first out.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance to make the contact with that pitch.
Dansby Swanson stands in. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Torkelson grabs it on the run.
Now batting, the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Just missed.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. One now. Swing and a foul out of play. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And we're back. Bottom of the 7th. Gleyber Torres up to hit. And ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Caleb Thielbar up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Keller, the right-hander, also getting loose. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one missed. And that's outside. And it's 3-0.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
And that is in for a strike. And now 3-1. And that one fouled off. Got him. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Suzuki. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Tigers.
And now here is Riley Green. That one misses. Ball 1. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. His 14th of the year, and we're level. It's 1-1.
He just sent this stadium into a frenzy. They're going nuts. With a low 290s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And next to hit for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. On the corner for a strike. 0-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game. Tired or not, he's relentless with the way he pitches. He might be exhausted out there, but his stuff is still nasty.
Next offering upstairs.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
The 1-1 is fouled off. That misses, and that's ball 2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Yeah, that's a little bit high. Full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Two outs. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That's all for Jameson Taillon, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for Chicago.
Here comes the new arm for the Cubs, Caleb Thielbar.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Runner at first with 2 away. And next up for the Tigers, Wenzel Perez. And a strike. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So the go-ahead run is in the scoring position. Here's the third baseman, Zach McKinstry. This one in the air. And that is the inning. But this clutch home run gets us even again. All even at 1 apiece. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Bo Brisky.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Here's Nico Horner, known for his late inning heroics. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Tommy Kahnle getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And
One
downstairs.
Ball, 2 strikes.
That's inside.
Ball 2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Called out on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. And fouled off. And that's down and away. One down, base is empty. A little bit low.
That's low.
And it's 2-1. And that drops in for a strike. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Meadows should have this one. Brings it in. 2 down. And next for the Cubs, Matt Shaw. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. There's the strike. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Inside, and that is ball 1. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. One and 2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Misses off the inside. Ball 2.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
And it remains 2-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that is downstairs. Counts full, 3-2. Reese McGuire in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. Score remains tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. On the bottom of the 8th, and now Jake Rogers. Thielbar back to work. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Makes the grab, and there's one down.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Trey Sweeney up now for the Tigers. Fly ball down the line. Suzuki on the move. He's got it. And a couple of quick outs.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Meadows, the next to hit, takes ball one. All tied up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hit in the air, left field. Happ moving under it, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Through 8 full, all tied 1-1. Back at Comerica Park, we go to the 9th at the plate. Reese McGuire. In the air, out towards left center. Makes the catch, 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Ian
And
Happ.
up next for Chicago, Ian Happ. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. Just missed. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Kyle Tucker in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. There's a strike, 3-1. High fly ball out to left field. Green hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting.
Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Kyle Tucker. Got to be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with 1 swing. And a foul ball. These 2 offenses can put up runs in a hurry. 0-1 now. The other way, and it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Not in time. He's safe.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. And a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
And now, Seiya Suzuki. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Two down, go ahead run in scoring position. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Man on second, 2 down. That misses the zone. 2-2. And a good eye there.
That's a really good take.
Dansby Swanson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Tucker stands at second with 2 gone. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Runner around third on his way to the plate, and it's off the wall.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another
Dansby
clutch
Swanson.
run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So, runner at second, 2 down. Swanson digs in. Hit hard on the ground to short. To first, and that is that. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Diego Vega.
Now
a chance at his first save of the year.
Number 33.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. 0 for 3 in this
Second
one.
Baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Out towards left center. Hat sizes this one up. And it's caught for the out. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism has shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Carpenter in the box now, takes strike one.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
And that's downstairs and outside.
1-1.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
1 strike.
Hard ground ball for a base stop.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Riley Green up now for the Tigers. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th. On the ground left side, 6. The throw to second is offline.
Well, every double play turn starts with getting one, and even though these players work on these plays during batting practice over and over again, sometimes at game speed you can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get nothing.
Spencer Torkelson up now, calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. So bases loaded with 1 away. And here is Wenzel Perez. Golden opportunity right here.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Tough situation right here. It's so important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
On the ground, could be 2. Flips to second, that's 1. The double play ends it right here.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
And your final score here today, 2-1. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.